What's up guys, PPD here, and welcome to episode 109 of my road to Manchester City. A big episode this time around because we're finally going to be playing with the completed City team. We've signed the last two players, Aguero and De Bruyne, in the last episode, and we're actually going to get to play with them in this episode. So I'm pretty excited for that. And I actually wanted to play with them in the final of the daily knockout tournament that's going on right now, to win the team of the season, Nacho Fernandez. I got to the final by playing with the other team because I wanted to save the City team for you guys. So my first time playing with them would actually be you guys seeing my first time. So I wouldn't have played 3 games prior with De Bruyne and Aguero. I wanted you guys to see how I would fare with them on my first go. Well, I tried doing my best to get the rating all the way down because the requirement for this one was to have a team rating of 83 maximum, and you had to have golds on the bench. So I tried throwing a bunch of 75s on the bench, but it was still an 84 rating. So I thought about it and I said, what can I do over here to lower the rating? So I said, you know what, let's get rid of Bravo, bring in Butland. I mean, I'm happy with doing that. I'm not a big fan of Bravo in this game, so I'll gladly throw in Butland. Also knocks us down by 4 ratings, I think, because Butland's an 82. But the rating still did not go down, and I couldn't really do anything else unless I took away another City player. And at that point, I thought, I don't think this is worth it. I'll just save the City team for Division 1, and we'll play with the other Premier League team that I've been using for months now in the final, which is a shame because I really wanted to play with the City team in the final, but it's just too high rated. Aguero and De Bruyne, they're just too high rated, and it's hard to get it down to an 83 rating. I think I may have had to throw in a silver in there because I couldn't even throw in the normal versions of the cards I have special because I don't have the normal versions. I think I have the normal Jesus card, but even then I don't think that would have changed that much. I think I have the normal Sani, but I don't even start him. I put him on the bench as a sub. But yeah, we head into the final and we come across this guy over here who has a 4-3-2-1. And he had a pretty interesting team. A couple of players off camera, but he had I think that was the man of the match, Dani Alves. He had him at center mid, which I'm not even sure how much chemistry he gets there, but I don't think it's more than 4. I know he has the stats to play that position right there. Maybe even right wing he has the stats for, but starting him on that low chemistry is probably not a good idea because that obviously does reduce his stats because he doesn't get the base chem or whatever it is. But I think he just had them for chemistry reasons, which you'd think, why not just throw Marquisio or whatever? But whatever. He got to the final, or I think he got to the final. I'm not even sure if the daily knockout tournament is seeded, but yeah. We had a chance early on right there with Martial to make it 1-0. And we also paused it and changed formation at the start. I didn't really want to risk anything, so I switched to a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, which is what he had. Because like I said it a million times before, when I play with the 4-3-2-1, I really struggle against the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. So what I started doing months ago when I used to play Foot Champs is right from kickoff, I just pause it and switch to the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. And Dele Alli right there, it's not even his fault, man. I put way too much power on it. I hit the crossbar, and I couldn't believe that I missed that chance. I had that chance earlier with Martial. I had a chance with Son, I believe, as well. Should have buried at least one of those, but that chance with Dele Alli, that is a clear-cut chance that I have to be scoring, and I was really annoyed with myself there because we headed into the second half. Is headed even a word? I feel like it's head. I don't know. I'll have to ask someone. But yeah, we went into the second half 0-0 with 3 good chances to have scored, and we didn't. But finally, in the 57th minute, we score a bit of a cheesy goal right there with Heung-min Son. I shoot once, I shoot twice, and he ends up scoring the rebound with a header. Not the prettiest of goals, but I definitely felt like we deserved the goal. And over here in the 59th minute, another chance for Son. 3 chances this game. He's only scored 1. But I don't know what it is, man. If it's either my finishing or his Butland was on fire. And you know what? It's probably both because Butland in this game is ridiculous, but my finishing was pretty bad. However, we were there again, Butland. Jesus Christ. We were a little bit lucky that this guy wasn't really creating much. I mean, at halftime you saw that the stats were actually similar. But look at this, man. fortunes. I just can't seem to score right now with Son. I don't know what it is. I keep doing low driven shots, which always work. I just couldn't do it there. But yeah, we went into the halftime with equal stats, but the stats were lying. I had the better chances in the first half. This guy wasn't really creating much at all, and the fact that I only had a 1-0 lead in the 78th minute was a little bit worrying to me, because I just knew that anything can happen in this game, and just one cheesy play, this guy can get back into the game. However, he does get a free kick in like the 86th minute. It hits the wall, and straight from that, we go on the counterattack, and finally, Son puts a low-driven shot into the bottom left corner, or the bottom right corner of the goalie. Makes it 2-0, and pretty much seals off the game right there. So we win the Delhi Knockout Tournament final. We get ourselves Nacho Fernandez. We get ourselves 1,000 coins, which is obviously what we wanted the most. And I just found out today that you can actually win Nacho Fernandez twice. So I'm going to try to do that for the next episode, because if we are able to win him twice, I can throw him into the Team of the Week tradable SBC, and that will severely reduce the price. And I think I have enough 83s to where I can throw him in there and also use a bunch of the 83s I have and complete the SBC for nothing at all, because we have all those cards pack pulled. So that would actually be really nice. So we're going to try to do that in the next episode. But it's already Wednesday today, and there's not much time left in the day, so I'm going to have to win it either Thursday or Thursday, because on Friday, obviously, Foot Champs starts. So we'll try and do that for the next episode. But after the game that we won, we went ahead and completed the Team of the Season bonus SBC. This is the 5th one now. I'm not too sure how many are left, but we're pretty far into this now, and we still have the streak going because we've completed the other 4, and now we've completed the 5th. We're going to go ahead and open up the pack over here, a gold pack. The packs are terrible from this, but the pack that we get at the end of it's going to be really, really nice. So hopefully we do get something from that. But yeah, just continuing the trend of selling the rare contract and discarding the rest because I don't need them. I also send the duplicates to the trade pile and just rinse them through the SBCs, the upgrades ones or whatever. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and finally play with the city team in Division 1. It's been a long time since we've played in Division 1, and it's also been a long time since we've played with the city team. And now that the team is complete, I'm pretty excited to jump in, test these players out. Well, test Aguero and De Bruyne. We've tested everybody else out a couple of times now, and see how they fare against those big boy teams that you see in Division 1. And straight off, first game over here, we come across one of those big boy teams that I'm talking about. A 4-3-2-1 La Liga team, a very, very nice team. However, there are some questionable players in there, in my opinion. Iniesta's regular card, I don't know why he has him in there. He doesn't obviously need him for chemistry because it's a full La Liga team. I just find Iniesta's normal card to be... It's very similar to David Silva in a way. It's just not a good card. He's just good at passing, really, and that's pretty much it. And the passing stat in this game is really irrelevant, in my opinion. So having a player like Iniesta and David Silva in this game is, in my opinion, just is kind of pointless. But he had him in there. Maybe he's a Barca fan. Maybe he loves Iniesta. Who knows? I mean, he does have the Barca badge, but... another questionable thing, player he had in there was that right back. I think that's Hugo Malo. He had the team of the group stage or the team of the season. I forgot. It was a blue version of that card. Also very strange because he's not that great. Well, we ended up scoring a goal, and in the 75th minute when I paused it to go ahead and do some substitutions, he rage quit. And I found that really strange because it was actually a pretty even game. He wasn't creating much, and I had the ball a little bit more. Well, I was doing more with the ball because, as you saw, the possession was in his favor. But the fact that he quit was really weird to me. However, we get our first win from coming back in Division 1. So, not a bad result with the city team. And we're going to try and win the tournament next episode. And we're also going to play some more Division 1. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been episode 109 of my Road to Manchester City. My name is Pippi Deed, and I'm out.